in the back, and he's like, so, you know, that's why they jumped you, is because you listen to SPM and he's a child molester and all this stuff. He's like, you have a blah, blah, blah. I was like, of course I don't support child molesters. Like, of course. But I don't know details of his case. I don't know nothing about that. I just like his music. And a lot of rappers listen to SPM, not just me. So, then he goes, well, he's like, you can't call the cops. He's like, you can't call the cops and you can't report. He said, because it's going to ruin your reputation. He's like, you don't want to end up like 6ix9ine. And I was just like, Kilo, I don't care about that. I was like, I'm not from the streets. I'm not a chola. I don't gangbang. I was like, I was attacked on set while I'm working. I'm like, I am going to call the cops and I am going to press charges. That's what I was telling him. And then he was just like, it's going to make you look bad. He's like, all the hard work that you did is going to make you look bad. Don't call the cops. Don't get the cops involved. And I was just kind of like, okay, whatever, right? I was just like, this is weird. And then he was like, you need to do an interview after this. He was like, you need to do an interview after this. And you need to go on there and say that you fought Pinks, you know, and say that you don't fuck with SPM and that you don't fuck with child molesters. And I was just like, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, I'm not even thinking about interviews. I'm not thinking about none of that. I'm like, no, I can't even think. You guys, I already suffer with anxiety already with the fame that I have and all this stuff that I have. So now imagine being jumped and then you're on set. Like, my brain is not here, y'all. Like, so then he was like, well, he was like, if you call the cops and you get the feds involved or whatever, he was like, there's gonna be consequences. And I was just like, consequences? I was like what? And he's like, I can't tell you. And I was like, what do you mean you can't tell me? I was like, what's gonna happen? Like, is something bad's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And then he was just like, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. He's like, but as a friend, you know, I'm just trying to tell you, like, what's up, blah, blah, you can't call the cops. So then I was just kind of like, okay. And then he was like, so then his whole demeanor changed, you guys. Like, he went from being cool to now he went into like the same way that Pinks was looking at me before she fought me, the same look he had in his eyes. And then he was like, so do you fuck with SPM? He's like, do you fuck with him? Do you fuck with his music? And then I was just kind of like, well, I like his music. Yeah. He was like, well, then you can't be on the song. He's like, and I don't want you on the video. And I was just like, okay. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I don't need to be here. I was like, I'm just gonna pack my stuff and I'm just gonna go. And he's like, you can't be in the video. And then I just was like, okay, you know what? I started to get super scared because I was in the back of the building and my stuff was over here in this room. Had a bunch of stuff, expensive stuff. But you know what? I was like in flight or fight mode because I just got jumped an hour earlier. And I was like, fuck the stuff. I was like, I need to get out of here immediately because this man, if he strangles me back here, no one's going to see what happened to me. So then I just start speed walking and he's like right behind me. And I'm walking through the hallway. Oh my God, guys, I'm starting to get like flashbacks of what happened. Because it was so fucking scary. Like, hold on.